friends, so today is Thursday, April 23rd, and today we are going to be learning about mass. So we are going to learn how to estimate mass and how to measure mass. So let's look down here. It says, Peter has a dollar bill in his pocket. Should Peter measure the mass of the dollar bill in grams or kilograms? So the gram is the basic metric unit for measuring mass. So a gram is how we measure mass, or the amount of matter in an object. So mass is the amount of matter, so it's weight. Mass can also be measured by using the metric unit kilogram. So we have gram and we have kilogram. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the word kilo means 1,000. So let's think about a gram and a kilogram. Which one do you think is bigger? The kilogram. So let's look here. It says a small paper clip has a mass of 1 gram. A box of 1,000 paper clips has a mass of about 1 kilogram. So as we can see here, the box of paper clips, this is a kilogram because it's bigger and it weighs more than the paper clip, which is the gram. Okay, so think about it. The mass of the dollar bill is closer to the mass of the small paper clip than it is to a box of 1,000 paper clips. So if we were measuring a dollar bill, what do you think we would measure it in, grams or kilograms? Think about a dollar bill in your hand. Is it pretty heavy or does it feel pretty light? Well, I'm thinking, and I know it's paper and it feels pretty light, so I think it would be a good idea to measure it in grams. Now we're not going to do the bottom. Okay, so if we were going to measure a dollar bill, we'd measure in grams. Grams is lighter. So now let's look here. Choose the unit that you would use to measure the mass. So we're going to write gram or kilogram. If I have a strawberry in front of me, am I going to measure it in grams or kilograms? Think about it. Is it a light or a heavy object? Well, I know a strawberry is pretty light, so I'm going to measure that in grams. Now, what about a dog? If I wanted to go measure Scout, what do you think I would measure him in? Grams or kilograms? I would say kilograms because he's pretty big. Now, sometimes you might see a scale, and this is called a balance scale. So when we look at a scale, if it's heavier on one side, that means the weights, right? It's heavier. If it's balanced, the weights are equal. Okay, so if one side's down, that's the heavier object. So compare the masses of the objects, right? Less than, same as, or more than. So the mass of the bowling pin, it is less than, is the same as, or is more than the mass of the chess piece. I think the bowling pin is the one coming down, so that has to be the what? Heavier object. So the mass is more than. So let's see if that makes sense. The mass of the bowling pin is more than the mass of the chess piece. Does that make sense? Yes. Think about a bowling pin. Isn't a bowling pin a lot heavier than a chess piece? Yes. Okay, now let's look here. So now here I noticed something about my scale. My scale is balanced or equal. It says the mass of the erasers blank the mass of the clips. So is it more than, less than, or the same as? I want you to go ahead and write that down. If you put the same as, you are correct. Because it is the same, it's balanced. Now, it says choose the unit that you would measure the mass, so how much it weighs. So are we going to measure in grams or kilograms? Let's think, which one's smaller? Grams. Which one's bigger? Kilograms. So let's look, if we want to measure a chair, do you think we're going to measure in grams or kilograms? You said kilogram. You are correct because it's much bigger. What if you were going to measure sunglasses? Would I want to measure that in grams or kilograms? So if you said gram, you are correct. And what about a watermelon? Do you think we're going to measure that in grams or kilograms? I had a whole watermelon. Those are pretty heavy. I would say a kilogram. Now it says, let's look at the scale again. The mass of the pen is less than, the same as, or more than the mass of the paper clips. Well, I can tell that my scale is pretty balanced. So I would say the same as. Now, number 10, the mass of the straws, so I'm looking at the straws, is less than, more than, or the same as the mass of the blocks. What do I think? It's up. The straws are up, so they have to be what? Lighter. So it would be less than. Now, for your independent work today, what you are going to do is you're going to decide whether you are going to measure something in grams or kilograms. So you're going to complete numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is for your independent work that you will submit to Edsby. And remember, if you have any questions, please reach out to me about math, okay? So if you're struggling, let me know. All right, my friends, have a great day.